Hey, welcome back to more Dark Souls. I think the plan is just to go to Sen's Fortress, because I think we can use the bow to our advantage to a large degree, with just the way Sen's Fortress is set up. I said that before, and I know we weren't exactly enthusiastic about the idea, because it's, we didn't do a whole lot of damage against those snake guys. But I kind of realized that's not really the point. I don't have to do a lot of damage, because it's a bow. If they get close to you, you just run away and shoot them again. It's not really... It could do 1 damage, and you'd still win eventually, right? It'd be terrible, and not very fun to watch if it only did 1 damage, but it would work, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. So I think we should just try it. We should just go and try it, and if we lose the bow, then we'll be able to switch to something else that'll probably be able to handle the situation a lot better. And if we don't lose, then that's great. We beat Sen's Fortress. Because there's quite a few items in there. We don't even have to go through the whole thing, probably, to get some good items. Of course, it's random. We could go through the whole thing and get no good items, but I think there's a good chance we'll get something decent. The problem is, of course, that nothing in Sen's Fortress, apparently, I guess I can't say for sure, but it should work that nothing in Sen's Fortress will there won't be the key. There won't be the basement key, so I won't be able to go down to the depths. That would still be the best option, to go down to the depths, which is why I didn't go to Sen's Fortress before, because I was saying, like, well, we want to go to the depths anyway, so that means we should go anywhere except Sen's Fortress. But I've changed my mind. We have the bow. Let's take advantage of the bow. I think the bow will work fairly well here. Okay, well. Can we actually hit them with this? 1, 2, 3. Well, I mean, it didn't kill any of them because it split the damage, but that's still pretty nice. Will they chase me all the way back to the campfire? I think they stop before that, right? 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 Yeah. They stopped. So can I just keep hitting them now? Yeah, like this. This is looking pretty good. I should have just done this before. Looking pretty great. I mean, other than the misses. Stupid. There we go. Yeah, like these guys are almost... One of them's already almost dead. Of course, once one of them dies, I guess the other one will stop being so stuck. Ooh. Ooh, it's good. Yeah, the bow was a perfect choice. This was a genius idea. Okay. Easy. Yeah, they just won't go up there. I mean, like, I was just standing there. They could have easily killed me. But they decided not to, which is great. So yeah, we'll just go through. We'll see what we can do. We'll get some new items. We'll hope for something really good. The best thing, probably, would be some sort of holy weapon. I don't know what kind of weapons you can actually get that are holy, just from a random drop. I guess also maybe the upgrade that lets you make holy weapons would be good. But just, we want holy weapons so that we can go to the catacombs and, you know, more effectively defeat skeletons. Which, here, wait. I need to knock him off. Get him. Hey! Now this guy. Oh, well, that works, I guess. Okay, well, let's readjust ourselves. Here we go, right here. No. Right here. There we go. There it is. Okay, we should be able to knock this guy off, I'm hoping, and he shouldn't be able to hit us very effectively. Okay, yeah, we're hitting him. I don't think he's hitting us. Yeah, well, I mean, this is great. If Sen's Fortress is going to be this easy. What the fuck? Where did you come from? Can you climb up from down there? I think maybe you can climb up from... Is that what happened? Did he climb up? I didn't expect him to survive, let alone climb up. Oh, is this another guy who's gonna, like, decide not to go past a certain point arbitrarily? Does that have something to do with the way snakes' brains work or something? I don't understand it. Wait, that didn't hit him? That didn't hit him? That was well above the shield. That was like a neck shot. That shouldn't have blocked. I've never used the bow before, so I never really run into this problem. Oh, this is nice. Well, it's nice when we hit him. Okay. Move up. Move up. Yeah, just keep backing up. Perfect. Yeah, that was a headshot. Look at... Oh, okay. That shouldn't be blocked by a shield when it's a headshot. That just doesn't make any sense. That hitbox is just ridiculous. Okay, I mean, that one made sense. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's... What? That is just dumb. I'm hitting him in the head. Does that work for me, too? I don't know if it does. Like, if I get hit in the head, but I'm blocking, will it not do damage? I don't think so. I think it will do damage. I don't know. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was going to say that if this place is going to be so easy, I should just talk about bullshit again, like books. Talk about more books. I read Hammer. You know, last time I was... Oh, there he goes. See, that's what I was hoping for. Did he die? Nice. Weird. So I pressed X because I'm used to like games like fucking Oblivion or something, where you press X to put away your weapon. When you can put away your bow while you have it out, but all it did was, you know, use a potion, but it still actually didn't make me shoot. So it's I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, stop here. Okay, yeah, I read Ham on Rye recently. Ooh, I hope this is something good. By Charles Bukowski. And Tattered Cloth. And another fucking pendant? How many pendants are there in this game? That's like... Well, I sold the other ones. I guess it's 1,000 souls, right? Doesn't it sell for 1,000? But seriously, we've gotten so many of those. I can't actually aim down anymore. Okay, well, maybe this wasn't the smartest idea to pick a fight with this guy. Yeah, maybe not. We'll see how this works out. He'll probably have some sort of arbitrary stopping spot as well. We haven't reached it yet. We have not reached it yet. Oh, fuck. Okay, now we're on the other side of these. That's... Oh, there he goes. Did he... Oh, he survived. Wow, lucky guy. Lucky little lizard. Oh, there he goes. Pff, not so lucky lizard. He's still alive, though. Let's see. He might be coming all the way up to kill us. Oh, fuck. And there he is, right there. So, we didn't get anything. We didn't get anything at all. Well, I mean, we got like a couple of little bullshit items. So I guess we're losing all this. Sorcerer Cloak, Brass. Let's do those first. Sorcerer Cloak. Sorcerer Cloak. Brass Gauntlets. Sorcerer Cloak. I think it's actually at the top. Sorcerer Cloak. Gotcha. And black leather, boots, and the longbow, of course. I shouldn't talk about books. It's bad luck. Black leather boots. And the longbow. That's a long sword. I almost dropped the wrong thing. Longbow. Drop. Now. We don't really need this equipped. And there's actually some items in Sen Fortress I think we could get without having any items. So I guess like now is the time to do it. Also, we want to get our souls back because we had a little bit. So now is actually the perfect time, because even if I die, it's not really much of an interruption. So I can Ham on Rye, the book by Charles Bukowski. It's pretty. It's interesting. It's not like amazing. It's I don't know. Basically, it's this book about this kid in like during the Great Depression, growing up in the Great Depression, and his life's shit, and everything around him is shit, and all the people are shit. And he stops himself from taking shits, actually. I think that's... Yeah, at the beginning, he talks about how he holds in his shits and they dry inside of him. And that should tell you what kind of book this is. It's very vulgar. Which is not, like, bad in and of itself. But it's, I don't know how well you... Anyway. This, wow, we're actually getting souls out of this. This is nice. This book. So, basically, the theme of it... I should have just... I forgot that that guy gets hit by that thing and just dies. Oh, he didn't die, though. So I was like, trying to run past him before the boulder... Like, I forgot about the boulder. Okay, is what I'm saying. Okay, there goes the boulder. Let's run up and... Well, let's go right here. Wait, I thought there was an item down here. Oh, it's up there. More souls. Dude, are we actually gonna get, like... Okay, I don't need to talk to this guy. I think we could actually get a good amount of souls from just having guys die to traps or fall off of ledges or whatever. Let's have this roll down. Anyway, yeah, the book, I mean, that's what it's about. It's about a kid in Depression era. And the sort of point of it seems to be that, like, basically this guy, he rebels against everything. And he rebels against things that are shitty. Like, that it makes sense for him to rebel against. But it doesn't do him any good. Like, he rebels against things. He rebels against all the shittiness and... Ooh, Mailbreaker. That's interesting. Is that any good? I don't think I've ever used that. Good critical. Okay. 500 more souls. Okay, this is a great idea to go here. So, yeah, he rebels against all this stuff, but it doesn't really matter. He rebels against shitty people, and he still becomes a shitty person himself. And it seems like that's supposed to be, like, the intended theme of the book, is that, like, it's all inevitable, and that, like, your circumstances sort of determine what you're going to be in life. Like, this guy had shitty circumstances, so even though he tried very hard to get away from that, he still became a shitty person. And it's very evident in the fact that, like, the only thing different about him... Okay, let's check this out. Whoa. Large Titanite? Okay. The only thing different about him from these shitty people is, like, minor details. Like, in essence, they're the same. Like, for instance, his father beats him, and so, like, yeah, he's different than his father. You know, he doesn't have, you know, the main character, Henry Chinaski, doesn't have kids. So, okay, well, so he doesn't beat his kids, obviously, but he beats up everyone else. Like, he beats up close friends. So it's like, okay, well, not that different, you know. And even he actually has, like, less of a reason for doing it than even his father did. Like, at least when his father beat him, it was like, you didn't mow the lawn right. I'm going to beat you. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, he had a reason. Was it a good reason? Probably not. Was it a reason, though? Yeah. But when Henry, the main character, beats someone up, it's like, there's no fucking reason. He just beats someone up, even if it's a friend of his. Just no reason. No reason at all. And that's the major thing. Is that the point of the book, like, I can see what the theme is supposed to be. It's supposed to be that, like, yeah, it's all inevitable. You're, you know, you grow up around shitty people in a shitty environment, you become a shitty person. There's nothing you can do about it. That's supposed to be the theme, but the thing is, and it even sort of demonstrates that he has, partway through, he says this thing about how, like, fuck. He says this thing about how his whole life he just has choices between two evils. It's never anything good. It's always like, I either get this bad thing or this other bad thing, and you try and pick the one that's the least bad, but you kind of lose either way. And, like, clearly that is supposed to be the overarching, you know, idea behind the book. But the thing is, the main character totally had influence on what he was doing, and he puts himself in a lot of these shitty situations, for example, by beating up close friends. You can't really complain about that. There's no reason to beat up your close friends, so when you do that, and then you end up in a shitty situation because of it, it's like, who's to blame? Not society, not the shitty people you're around, just you. You're the only one to blame. And yet the book is still, like, it's still trying to send that message of, like, it's not his fault, it's society's fault, or at least that's what it seems like it's trying to say. And, but it's bogus. It's just not true. Like, it clearly, like, that's the point that the book seems like it's trying to make, but it doesn't make that point. It makes almost the opposite. It makes the point that, like, you totally have control. You just won't admit it. But then, I guess this is just not coming out. But then, the other thing is that, like, that would be fine. A character who, like, blames everybody but himself for something and, like, is a shitty person or whatever, that can be an interesting character. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I thought the boulder would kill me, but instead I took a 5-foot fall and died that way. Okay. But you know, like, a character who's a bad person, who blames everyone else for his problems, who won't, you know, make decisions, you know, like, won't own up to his decisions, that can still be an interesting character. But the thing is, it seems like the author agrees with the character. The point of, like, it still has the same theme. It's not like the author was trying to say, like, look at this character who's, you know, an idiot, who thinks that he doesn't have influence on his world, and clearly does, and he's just sabotaging himself. No, the theme is still seemingly that he didn't have control, even though he definitely did. And it kind of makes sense, because the book is supposed to be, like, semi-autobiographical. So, like, the writer, Charles Bukowski, this is supposed to be pretty similar to his life. I mean, there's no, like, I don't know if anyone really knows what bits are true and what bits aren't. Okay, well, this isn't going well. But, yeah, so, like, I guess it makes sense that the things that the main character believes are also what he believes, but the things he believes are nonsense, and he's not illustrating his point well. Because either he is trying to illustrate the point that this guy is dumb and that he does have control over his actions, and he shouldn't be blaming everyone else, he should be blaming himself. If Charles Bukowski is trying to make that point, then he's done a terrible job, because there's really nothing to suggest that, other than just, like, there's nothing in the book to suggest that. I only think that because the character himself is just clearly dumb. Like, he just clearly, like, he's doing things that like, are his fault. Like, the situations he's in are because of his actions. But the book itself still seems to take the view that it's not his fault. You know, for the most part, that it's just like, yeah, he, you know, that's how he grew up, or whatever. It's either that, or he actually believes that all of these things, he was trying to make the, you know, the message that everything's inevitable, and that all, you know, and that it really wasn't his fault, and then he just wrote it badly to where it, you know, he's trying to send the message that it's not his fault, but he clearly shows situations where it's his fault. Either way, it's like a failure. It wasn't, the whole idea of the book has not been very well portrayed. It hasn't been, you know, it hasn't been really given in a convincing way. Okay, that is, yeah. There we go. Now we're dead. Yeah. It's so, like, at a central level, at like a thematic level, the book doesn't work, which is, like, a pretty big criticism of the book. And then on top of that, the prose, like, the way it's written, is like mediocre. I mean, like, there weren't any parts where I read it, maybe at the very beginning, but I can tend to be, like, very critical when I'm getting into a book, and then, like, once I get into it more, I don't, you know, some of it sort of falls away. But, like, for the most part, I didn't really notice anything that, like, stood out as bad writing. There was nothing that was like, wow, that was, like, one part towards the beginning I can think of, and it was, like, minor. Like, it took me out of it for a second, but, like, it probably wouldn't take most people out of it. It wasn't that bad. But, like, so, like, there was nothing atrocious about it, but there was nothing great about it either. And I realized this because after I read it, I looked back and realized I hadn't, like, basically underlined almost anything, because I have a habit of writing in books. I do it all the time. I think, you know, I get more out of it when I do it. Like, just taking notes, or, like, bookmarking, you know, like, dog-earing the pages on, like, parts that I really like, or that I want to go back to, or, like, you know, I want to study the prose, you know, like, how it's written, and see how you could emulate that, or whatever. And I'm very, this is just going to be a book episode, I'm sorry. Like, if this happens a couple more times, I'm just going to give up and equip a weapon. Or if I run out of stuff to say about this book, then I'll just do that. But yeah, so, like, I do that a lot, and I'm very liberal about it. Like, if there's a book I really enjoy, every other page is going to be dog-eared, you know, and have, like, covered and underlined, and, like, I am not very discerning about, like, what's a good line that deserves just, like, me to say, like, oh, that's pretty good, or, like, a good line that deserves me to say, like, oh, man, I need to underline this and study this. Like, I tend to err on the side of underline everything that seems good. That like if I get the feeling that like, man, that was good, I underline it. I don't question it, and I dog ear the page if I feel like doing it. But I didn't dog ear any pages in Ham on Rye. None. I underlined some things, but I didn't underline anything. There was nothing that really stood out to me as like, man, this is genius, or man, this is really important to the themes, or like, whoa, that's a great symbol, or like, just the way this is written, or this is a crazy new idea. None of it. Nothing. There was nothing. There was nothing that I thought I would need to look back at later. You know, nothing I thought worthy of that. So like, it fell flat for me on a lot of levels, and that's kind of a lot of people say they really like this book, and they're a lot of people consider it like a modern classic, and I don't know, it's kind of mediocre. Like, okay, the thing is, it's not a bad book. It's not. Mediocre is really how I would describe it, because it's not bad. And if you go into it with like a certain mindset, I think you could have like more fun with it than I did. Because the thing is, if you just take it as a comedy, which is not usually how it's advertised. People usually advertise it as like a coming of age Bildungsroman sort of thing. Like it's a you know, a gritty look into real life. You know, it's just so real. If you look at it like that, I don't know if you're gonna have a good time, because that's kind of what I expected. But I think if you look at it as just like a comedy, you'll probably like the book a lot more than I did, because it's got some funny bits. And like, if you're not looking for like a literary masterpiece, you'll get some laughs. I got some laughs. You know, even when I was expecting something better, I got some laughs. It was pretty good. There's some good parts. So like, would I recommend it? Yeah. Yeah. Like if you want just a book with some good laughs, and that's enough for you. And you know, maybe you like some shock value in your books. You like some occasional talk about like shit or sex or stuff like, you know, vulgar, a lot of cursing, stuff like that. If that turns you on, dude, this is the book for you. I'm gonna get hit by this boulder. I'm hoping I have enough health that I can survive it. Here we go. Okay, wait. I think there's a little trick you can do here. Wait. Never mind. We're just gonna make it all the way up. That's not what I expected to happen. Oh, can he hit me while I'm pushing this? Well, if he just decides not to, that'd be great. Also, wait, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Also, but don't do that. Well, yeah, one more. Because I don't want to break that bridge down there, right? Isn't that, like, doesn't that fuck things up if you do that? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so, like, the book's okay. I mean, I liked it enough. Like, I had a good time with it. It's just not a masterpiece or anything. It's just a fun comedy. And if you look at it like that, no problem. You know, you'll have a good time. This is a mimic, isn't it? Yeah, good fucking luck with that one, buddy. That's, I don't think that's gonna work out. Isn't there something down there? Or do you have to have everything break? Oh, shit. Can the mimic get killed by the boulder? Can we just have that happen? Did the mimic just die? No, the mimic couldn't have died, right? Did the mimic die? I think the mimic died, but I didn't get an item. Oh, it's down there. Well, there's still no boulders coming down, so... Ah, fuck. This is gonna kill me, isn't it? Is there some way I can get down here without... Let's try. Great. Okay, so whatever the mimic had, we don't get. That really sucks, because... Well, I mean, I guess chances are it was just some shitty, you know, humanity or transient curse or something, but it could have been something like a lightning spear. Which, you know, that's the kind of thing we could use. That'd be really good. So, that sucks. That sucks quite a bit. Anyway, yeah, Ham on Rye. It's okay. Give it a shot if you like that kind of thing. If you don't, it's not worth it. But if you do, it's okay. It's not bad. I might read his later books. I don't know if I'll... For one thing, this is my first reading. I like to read books multiple times. Because, I don't know. It's, I think you get more out of them. Especially, like, as far as, like, a deeper level. Like, thematic level. And just, like really what the essence of the book is. think you get more out of it. You read it a couple times. But this one, I don't know if I'll go back to it. Honestly, I don't know if there's really. There's nothing that leads me to believe that there's much more to be found in this book. I think I've sort of got it all. If I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back. But you know, if someone has somehow not only read this book but has a detailed opinion on it, on why it's worth a second read, I'd love to hear it. But somehow I think it's probably just a pulp kind of book. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not, you know, not some sort of classic. Okay. One more shot. One more time, and then I'm just going to say that's it. We've wasted an episode running around and talking about Charles Bukowski novels. And then we'll just say, let's equip something and go try. But we'll do one more. Yeah, I'll probably read his other books at some point. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Probably. It's good light reading, you know? If maybe in between other books. I mean, like I said, his prose isn't amazing, but it's simple. You know, it's not like you're going to get really, like, exhausted reading it. Like, you might get exhausted reading some, like, great classic novel. Like, you know, it's just a lot to take in. You're not going to get that with Bukowski. So maybe I'll read his other stuff just sort of in between, you know, when I need a little break. I could see that. But I don't know. It's... Oh, good. Okay. I just don't understand why it has so much praise, but I guess I do understand. I mean, like, you look at something like I look at Goodreads occasionally because I like to torture myself. Okay, so that was our one more shot. I look at Goodreads occasionally because I like to torture myself, and just gawk at the at like some of the reviews and stuff where like Harry Potter gets a 5-star rating, and then they read like fucking Of Mice and Men or something. Which, I mean, Of Mice and Men, I'm not saying that's like the best book ever, but like I liked it. I like Of Mice and Men, and I didn't read it in school, and that's probably why I liked it when I read it later. But you know, like, they look at something like that and they give it like a 1 star, and it's sitting there next to their 5-star Harry Potter, and every Harry Potter, everyone in the series gets a 5 stars. Like, really? You tell me this is like a masterpiece of English literature and that it didn't have any down points? Like, there was no book in the series that was a 4-star even? None of them? Like I don't believe you. It's like I don't trust your opinion at all. Anyway, books. What do we want to equip? You know, I've been thinking, I was saying this, that last time I was joking about like starting a book YouTube channel, but like I almost kind of want to, because they're so shit, I think, anyway, that most of the, like, you get like these booktuber channels, and it's these people who just like, they talk about books, I don't know, it's all women for one thing, and I'm not going there, but I'm just saying they seem to have very, okay, I am going there. The women, they seem to have all very surface level opinions on these books. They don't really go into anything in depth. It's just like, I like the character. He was so likable. I like the girl. I'm so happy there was a girl. Or even worse, when they start if they start talking about just like representation, fucking, you know, like, get out. You are not gonna get any sort of serious literary discussion where they say like, oh, I'm so happy there was a black gay man in this book. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, like, that doesn't really give it any merit, you know. I'd like to hear about the point of the novel. How was it written? How, you know, what's the deeper meaning? What is the book trying to say? And did it say it well? And is what it said the truth? That's what matters, right? I don't know. But that's the thing, like, I think I could actually do a bit better, and I haven't even been reading that long. Like, I think I might have said this before, I only started reading in the last, like, couple years. You know, like, seriously, I read a lot when I was a kid, but, like, kids' books. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. Let's figure out what we're gonna do here. We need a weapon, and we need... fuck, we have, like, no souls, though. Okay, what is the plan? We're trying to think of somewhere to go, somewhere we could go that we could actually take it on. You know what I'm gonna do? At least one time, I am going to go to the catacombs, and I'm going to try and run through it. Because I have done that before. I have done that when I wanted to run through very early in the game. I didn't have nothing equipped like I have right now, but it was basically nothing. Like, you know, like straight out of the asylum, I've, you know, ran into the catacombs and went and grabbed the Great Scythe. Obviously, we have the Great Scythe. Okay, you know, now that I put it like that, I'm kind of wondering why... What are we... This isn't actually that great of an idea. Maybe we should just equip the Great Scythe and just go with that. Maybe, right? Right? Maybe. Maybe we just equip the Great Scythe right now. Try the Catacombs. 'Cause I think the Catacombs with the Great Scythe, as far as I remember, because I've used the Great Scythe before, it's a great weapon. It would be pretty easy, I think. And then we could probably get the Key to the Depths, because I have a feeling it's down there, because there's not many places left. And then we could continue. The problem is that if we lose the Great Scythe, that's fucking, you know, one of the worst things that's ever happened to us in this entire run, because the Great Scythe is amazing. It's like the best weapon we have right now. Lucern's probably pretty close. Baldur's Side Sword is also very good. But yeah. I think I might do that, but I'm gonna give it a thought. You know, I'm gonna rest that thought in my head for a little bit, shake it around, and see what comes out, and just go from there. For now, I think we're gonna quit and just sort of mull that over. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you like talking about books, because that was what this episode was. Although it's not like you could go back and unwatch it now. So sorry. Not much happened. I died once. That was exciting. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, where probably something more exciting will happen, because trust me, if you dislike running around, watching me run around and just like fucking die and nothing much happen, trust me when I say I don't enjoy it much either. Except I do enjoy talking about books, to be fair. But as far as the gameplay goes, of just running around not doing much, I don't enjoy it either. So like next episode, I will definitely be doing something, even if it ends in our ultimate demise. Whatever. I've been going on too long. I'm rambling. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.